Okay, welcome everybody. Fáilte Rash, go dtí on the Seamus Ennis Arts Centre and our last singing session before we break for the summer, unfortunately, alas. But it's going to be a really special one. Let's kick off straight away with the Pride of Drogheda. He was rolling his eyes at me over there. But we've made it a habit. And as I had to Google there, Aristotle says good habits are good good character forming, So
Good
it's a
manners,
good
yeah.
habit. And we're going to start it off with Jerry Cullen. Please take us away in your own time.
I'd try this one, okay. Leave the wood behind, now you're going, and at last for our time, now it's thrown. Take the days away, now they're broken. I will sleep the night on my own. What good is sleep when there's always the waking? To your pillow full cold through the night. Then the sun dripping down with no healing. Leave the wood behind, my delight. Know that you're leaving one who is raging with this death and all he can hold. And the wood and words that were spoken could keep this wintering heart from the cold. And where is the state that was promised? Now the veil of the temple is torn. I know only loneliness and longing. Leave the wood behind when you go. I am arched at the edge of the ocean, a fist of stone clenched at the sea, with a cold bird resting on my shoulder, and all your love gone from me. Tell me, will there ever be a returning? Will this time on my own be for long? Tell me, when will you be returning? I will tend the wood while you're gone.
Gary, what was the name of that lovely song?
It's called Leave the Wood Behind.
Leave the Wood Behind. Thank you so much.
Who wrote that?
Catherine, can we stay at the same table? Would you sing us a song whenever you're ready? Thank you. So after this, we will go to Zoom, where we have two singers. Rare.
I sat within a valley green. I sat there with my true love. My heart strove to choose between the old love and the new love. The old for her, the new that made me think of Ireland dearly, while soft the wind blew down the glade and shook the golden barley. 'Twas hard the mournful words to form, to break the ties that bound us, but harder still to bear the shame of foreign chains around us. And so I said the mountain glen I'd seek out morning early, and join the brave united men, while soft wind shook the barley. 'Twas sad I wiped away her tears, her arms around me clinging, when to my ears that fateful shot came out the wildwood ringing. The bullet pierced my true love's heart in life's young spring so early, and there upon my breast she died, while soft wind shook the barley. But blood for blood without remorse I've taken at Ullard Hollow. I've lain my true love's clay cold corpse where life full soon will follow, and round her grave I wander drear, new night and morning early, with breaking heart whene'er I hear the wind that shakes the barley.
Take it away, Donald, there on Zoom.
Thanks a million, Fergus. Great to see you all in the room there. I'm joining this evening from Skerries, and I'm thrilled to say we have people online here from Minnesota, from Brooklyn, from California, from the counties of Meath and Donegal. And the next singer, Gavin, is joining us from Wexford Town. So I'll hand it over to Gavin. Hopefully he's all ready to go. Thanks a million, folks.
Good evening, everyone. It's lovely to be here again. That was gorgeous, Catherine. Great song. Now westland winds and slaughtering guns bring autumn's pleasant weather. The moorcock springs on whirring wings among the blooming heather. Now waving grain wild o'er the plain delights the weary farmer, and the moon shines bright as I rove at night to muse upon my charmer. The partridge loves the fruitful fells, the plover loves the mountain. The woodcock haunts the lonely dells, the soaring hern the fountain. Through lofty groves the cushat roves, the path of man to shun it. The hazel bush o'erhangs the thrush, the spreading thorn the linnet. Thus every kind their pleasure find, the savage and the tender. Some social join and leagues combine, some solitary wander. Avant away the cruel sway, tyrannic man's dominion, the sportsman's joy, the murdering cry, the fluttering gory pinion. But Peggy dear, the evening's clear, swift flies the skimming swallow. The sky is blue, the fields in view, all fading green and yellow. Come, let us stray our gladsome way, and view the charms of nature, the rustling corn, the fruited thorn, and every happy creature. We'll gently walk and sweetly talk till the silent moon shines clearly. I'll grasp thy waist and fondly pressed swear how I love thee dearly. Not vernal showers to budding flowers, not autumn to the farmer, as dear to me as thou can be, my fair, my lovely charmer. Sinead.
Lovely stuff. Thank you, Gavin. Gorgeous. So I'm going to jump over to Donegal and invite Rita to sing a song for us. I think she's unmuted there. So you all good to go, Rita?
Yeah, fine, thanks. Thanks for asking me, Donal. I'm going to put on a tiny little bit of accompaniment, so sorry about this for all the diehards. One morning in May, as I carelessly did stray to view the green meadows and the lambs a sport and play, in the clear morning dew, as I sat down to muse, a fair lady of honor appeared in happy we could be, for it is so ordained love that married we should be. Let me not see you frown, for this heart is your own. When these words they were spoken, sure the tears trickled down. Come dry up your tears, there is nothing to fear. I have roamed through the green fields for many's the long year, but as the birds sang so sweet, this young man proved his deceit, saying, adieu, pretty fair maid, we shall never more meet. With my snuff box and cane, the whole world I would range, like Venus or Diana, in search of her swain. While the moon does shine clear, I will mourn for my dear. Over mountains, clear fountains, where no one will hear. And there's one thing I know, and that before I go, I shall never return, love, to hear your sad woe. And there's another thing I know, and that before I go, that the ranger and the stranger have many's the foe. Thank you.
Gorgeous. Thank you, Rita. Back to you in the room, Fergus.
Ian took her fud. Thank you so much, Rita. So later on, we will be hearing a little bit later on from our special guest this month. But just before we go there, there's a new member just sitting beside our special guest as I instruct our help here. We were talking about the pronunciation of your name, Kilcha. You pronounce it. That's right, Kilcha, as opposed to Quilcha. So
I think I'm over him.
the Slender Man, thank you so much, and you're very welcome, Falcha. And take us away with a song when you get the chance to.
Attention, pay my countrymen, and hear my native muse. And although my song is sorrowful, I hope you'll me excuse. I left my native country, a foreign land to see. And I bid farewell to Donegal, likewise to Glen Swilly. Brave stalwart men around me stood, my comrades loyal and true. And as I grasped each well-known hand to bid my last adieu, I said, my native countrymen, I hope will soon be free to raise the green flag proudly over the hills of Glenswilly. No more among the sycamores I'll hear the blackbird sing. No more to me the blithe cuckoo will welcome back the spring. No more I'll tell your fertile lands a hushed like Yalmachree. On a foreign soil I'm doomed to toil far, far from Glenswilly. No more at home or harvest fair my fiddle I will play. No more I'll dance the lively jig among the girls so gay. My alien pipes I've left behind will make them think on me, and keep my place till I return to lovely Glenswilly. Adieu to you, Donegal, my own dear native land. In dreams I often see your hills and towering mountains grand. Alas, 10,000 miles now lie between them hills and me. A poor forlorn exile cast far, far from Glenswilly. May peace and plenty reign supreme along Loch Glenswilly shore. May discord never enter our Irish homes no more. And may the time it soon come round when I'll return to thee, and live as my forefathers lived, and die in Glenswilly. Sinead.
Lovely stuff. We'll have one more from the room here, and then we might go to our special singer of the month, our guest singer. They're all special singers, of course, in the room. I mean, our guest singer this month, Rose Connolly, which we're very excited to hear. But now, if you don't mind, we have another new member this month, and I believe your son is on the Zoom.
He is.
He's on the Zoom in America,
Yes.
and you're in the room.
Yes.
That's what it's all about.
Yes.
Will you sing us a song?
Yes, I think I'm the token Yank tonight.
Legally, we have to have one, yeah.
Yes. Affirmative action kind of thing. Yes. I'm here tonight courtesy of Mary and Jimmy at Evergreen B&B and Swords, where I'm staying tonight. I will tell them that I mentioned this, and maybe they'll take a few euros off my bill. I'm flying back to the States tomorrow. This is my 5th or 6th trip to Ireland. I'm Kevin Carroll. I spent the last 2 weeks in West Cork. My grandfather came from West Cork. We're not sure when exactly, maybe 1920 or so. And as I was driving here, I was thinking about that. There's a song that I heard. I'm 70 years old. Maybe 20 years ago when I was 50, I heard a song called Kilkenny. And I don't know if that's considered a traditional Irish song here. It was written by an American, but it's got Irish connections. Yes, all right, thank you. I didn't want to get thrown out before I even started. And this song has meaning to me because if you're familiar with the song, it was written by a gentleman whose name I've forgotten, who found a package of letters in an attic in Maryland where he was living at the time, and they were letters back and forth between some of the ancestors. He had an ancestor named John who had left Ireland and gone to the United States. My grandfather's name was John. And in the song, this John comes to the United States, and he never goes back to Ireland. Although his relatives, I think, assumed that he was always going to come back. I think everybody that left here, everybody assumed they would come back eventually. My grandfather never did, and the John in this song never did either. but it has personal meaning to me. So I'm going to sing it for you. Everyone's been very welcoming and friendly here, and I appreciate that. So, also, I noticed a lot of people sing with their eyes closed. I thought I was the only one that did that, so I feel better about that now. Yeah. Kilkelly, Ireland, 1860, my dear and loving son John. Your good friend, the schoolmaster Pat McNamara, was so good as to write these words down. Your brothers have all gone to find work in England. The house is both empty and sad. The crop of potatoes is sorely infected. I knew I'd do that. Crop of potatoes is sorely infected. Oh, dang. All right. I was in Clonakilty the other day, and I saw a real great singer start 3 different songs and crash and burn. So I did bring lyrics. I know that's discouraged, but bear with me. I'm going to start over. Kilkelly, Ireland, 1860, my dear and loving son John. Your good friend, the schoolmaster Pat McNamara, was so good as to write these words down. Your brothers have all gone to find work in England. The house is both empty and sad. The crop of potatoes is sorely infected, a third to half of them bad. Your sister Bridget and Patrick O'Donnell are going to be married in June. Your mother says not to work on the railroad and be sure to come on home soon. Kilkelly, Ireland, 1870, my dear and loving son John. Hello to your missus and to your 4 children, oh, may they grow healthy and strong. Our Michael has got in a wee bit of trouble, I suppose that he never will learn. And because of the dampness, there's no turf to speak of, and now we have nothing to burn. Bridget is happy and named a child for her, although she's got 6 of her own. Oh, you say you found work, but you don't say what kind, or when you'll be coming home. Kilkelly, Ireland, 1880, my dear and loving son John. I'm sorry to give you this very sad news. Your mother's passed on. We buried her down at the church in Kilkelly. Your brothers and Bridget were there. Oh, you don't have to worry, she died very quickly. Remember her in your prayers. And it's so good to hear that our Michael's returning with money. Sure he ought to buy land. For the crop has been poor, and the people are selling at any price that they can. Kilkelly, Ireland, 1890, my dear and loving son John. I suppose I must be close on 80, it's 30 years since you've gone. And because of all of the money you sent me, I'm still living out on my own. Oh, Michael has built himself a fine house, and Bridget's daughters are grown. And thank you for sending your family pictures, they're lovely young women and men. Oh, you say you might even come for a visit. What joy to see you again. Kilkelly, Ireland, 1892, my dear brother John. I'm sorry to give you this very sad news. Your father's passed on. He was living with Bridget, she says he was cheerful and healthy right down to the end. Or you should have seen him playing with the grandchildren of Pat McNamara, your friend. We buried him down alongside of Mother, down at the Kilkelly churchyard. Oh, he was a strong and a feisty old man, considering his life was so hard. And it's funny the way he kept talking about you. He called for you at the end. Oh, why don't you think about coming to visit? We'd all love to see you again.
Thank you very much, Kevin. Thank you, Kevin. I'm sure your son appreciated that from America on Zoom as well. Thank you so much. So before we go to our monthly guest singer, I just want to welcome all of the people who popped in here from the pop-up Gaeltacht. They couldn't be bribed to sing a song, so I'll try and I'll sing in Irish for you now, and then while we're getting ready to go over to our special guest just after that. So here's a bit of An Raibh Tuairim Gar. I close my eyes because I've written the words on my eyelids inside. So. An Raibh Tuairim Gar, no an vacha tu féin mochra, no an vacha tu gil finja vagus cave namna. No an vacha tu antu, but yes is baglasha bla. No an vacha tu ma Valentine. Oh, an will she gachli martan. Oh, vi me an gareg. Oh, chonig me fein do gra. Oh, chonig me gil finje agus gev namna. Oh, chonig me antu. But yes, agus glasha bla. O chonig maid of Valentine. O tashi gachli marta dara. Nor vim shem chola binos na ganriim cleave. Smeim liedach noch of godige an durch en year. Harun yilis a chachar nil fortacht mochlush ach ya. Es kan jarna gloch falla de cholles mochulid yield. Can I? Now that we're all depressed, so I'd like to welcome our special guest singer this month. Again, this is our last session before we break for the summer, and you're all so welcome, and thank you all for being here. Hopefully we'll kick it off again after 3 months of a break. So put your hands together, please, for Rose Connolly.
Thanks very much now. Yeah, it's great to be here. Thanks a million. Lovely songs, very sad. So I'll keep going with that then. I'll keep that up. It's nice to be sad sometimes, isn't it? Yeah, it's as romantic way. So Tamhon Kuplar on As Fermanach. One that's been in the clan, in the families, or every singer in Fermanagh. It's been in every family. Heard it first from Cathal McConnell. I'm sure you know Cathal. He heard it from Mick McCoy. It was written by a bard from Derry called Peter McGuinness. And McGuinness is spelled like in the most Berlicus way possible. And yeah, Rosie Stewart, all her ones sang it. Yeah, so it's Edward on Loch Erin Shore. I'll start with that one. Thanks a million now. Jeez. Been looked after very well here, fair play. Yeah. Yeah, it says you fucked. As the sun was setting, I'll go a bit lower. As the sun was, as the sun was setting behind a mountain, a dew was falling upon the leaves, and I was seated beside a fountain. A feathered songster sang on a tree. With love and blisses his notes were sounding, makes me reminded of days of yore, wherein a byword I picked a flower, and it makes me lonely on Loch Erin shore. The cuckoo's notes and the airy sounding appeal to feeling and please the ear, where every note is a bliss abounding here in the valley. If he were here, each step I take by the winding river where we have wandered in days of yore. But law compelled him and banished Edward, who'd not forsake me on Loch Erin shore. A crop of sorrow my heart is reaping, my rose has faded and my hopes decayed, for it's in the night time when all are sleeping. Awake I am weeping till the break of day. Delight has fled me and woe has wed me. Why did you leave me, my love astor? Reminds me of Edward, my banished lover, and it makes me lonely on Loch Erin shore. Oh, could I move like a bird in motion, I would send a sigh o'er the distant deep. Or could I move like a bird in motion, I would send a sigh o'er the distant deep. I'd fondly soothe him with songs amuse him. I'd gently soothe him till he sigh no more. For 7 long years would soon pass over, and we'd both live happy on Loch Erin shore. Got me racket?
Just before your next song, thank you so much, beautiful. One more invitation for people to move into the room, just because I feel like we're blocking this lovely singing. Do you want to come closer to Rose? Here we go, soon. Okay, well, more people are filling in. You're very welcome to come to the center of the room, just because it's so nice. There you go. Thanks so much. Just because I hope you're all enjoying Rose on Zoom as much as we are here in the room. Absolutely fabulous. So, well, back to the main event now.
You hold it there. Yeah, I'm not fit to carry that. I'll sing another Ulster one. Bridget Tunney would have sang a lot. Big Tunney family one, and then Paddy said it would have been carried in his family as well. It's actually a Scottish written song. Then it travelled over to Fermanagh. A lot of Fermanagh people sing it. It's the mountain streams where the Muircast crow. If you want to join in the last line, you're more than welcome. With my dog I'm gone through the blooming heather, I seek for pastime, I took my way, where I spied a lovely fair maid, whose charms invited me a while to stay. And I said, my dear, you will find that I love you. Tell me your dwelling and your name also. Excuse my name, you'll find my dwelling here. The mountain streams where the moorcocks crow. I said, my dear, if you'll wed her over, my former ranking I will leave aside. Here is my hand, if you'll pledge my honour, and if you'll prove constant, I'll make you my bride. But if my parents knew that I wed a rover, great affliction on your name also. So I'll stay at home for another season. The mountain streams where the moorcocks crow. So fare thee well for another season. I hope we'll meet again in yon moorland vale. There we will meet and embrace each other, and I'll pay attention to our lovesick tale. And it's hand in hand we will join together. I'll escort you to yon valley low, where the linnet sings for another season. The mountain streams where the moorcocks crow. There we go. And another. Okay. Keep her lit, as they do say. Just look at your t-shirt, very good. Up on you will. I'll sing over Rosh Bahad sure, I'll just get a guitar. I'll sing lighten the mood a wee bit. Does any of you know Jinx Lennon? No? Jinx Lennon? No? Here's a missing out. Big time. He's a bit of a, in my opinion, he's a bit of a genius. He's actually from Dundalk, folk, kind of outsider folk artist. He wrote a song called Newry Bird. It might be relatable. Okay. Huh? What? Oh, do you know Jinx? Oh, fair play. I playing with him tomorrow. Yeah, he's playing in the Tyne tomorrow. Singing a few songs with him. Just come along. Yeah. It's Newry Bird. Made a beeline for you in the nightclub by the old canal. Their brothers were like hawks, like we're watching you, pal. It's an episode of the High Chaparral. Afterwards she took you back. Hockey taco spilling all over the sack. You said let's buy a house. I said why not? Now you're both in an awful spot. There'll be 5,000 cousins standing outside your house if you lay a hand on her. Oh, good Lord, she will give her life to you till the day you cross her. You will burn for the Newry Bird. You picked an engagement ring. It was a big gold shiny thing. Made each other smile in Banbridge Town. Looked you up and down like you were a sodden clown. A party in the function place. I never forget the look on your dear mum's face as your love sung the boys of the old brigade. Bang down vodka and red lemonade. There'll be 5,000 cousins standing outside your house if you lay a hand on her. Oh, good Lord, she will give her life to you till the day you cross her. You will burn for the Newry Bird. The day that you dug your own ditch, turned and said you're nothing but a northern bitch. Immediately she called you a Free State Brit. Spawned off the Queen and lots of juicy bits. But then next did you given her up? Even when she told you she was up the duff. 2 years on and it's all up the creek. You see the kid once a week. There'll be 5,000 cousins standing outside your house if you lay a hand on her. Oh, good Lord, she will give her life to you
Right, we'll take a wee break. We're going to take 10 minutes of a break. We've got loads of great singers to hear from in the second half. So let's just put our hands together one more time for those lovely songs as well. Thank you. So we'll see you very shortly. See you very shortly. Fáilte Rash Galer to the second half of the last session before we break for summer. There is amazing things happening here in the Seamus Ennis Arts Centre over the summer. Throughout, I think they have their big garden party, people like Lisa Hannigan and stuff performing at that. It's going to be really exciting. Outdoors here in the sun, hopefully, not random thunderstorms that happened today. But anyway, to kick us off, I'd like to go over, it's a family affair over there. Cousins that didn't know they were running into each other.
But no duet.
Yeah. So, Gary Quinn, I'd like you to take us away, please.
Fantastic. This is a modern protest song. I hope that's okay. It's called New York City's Lost and Found. I see I feel the breeze of an oncoming train as the E rolls in to bring me home again. Jamaica Station to Midtown, to New York City's lost and found. I feel the breeze of an oncoming train. Ireland's left me homeless and alone. Not the people, streets, or cities that I've known, but the men who pull the strings, push the buttons, count the things. These newfound Irishmen have cut me to the bone. I see a friend from a long time ago. We stop and laugh at all the luck that we have sown since we washed up and found our ground in New York City's lost and found. I see a friend from a long time ago. Ireland heaves with pride in all it does, as its children queue for shelter from the flood. I blame the men who pull the strings, push the buttons, count the things. These newfound Irishmen have cut me to the bone. But, no, I walk the streets my father walked decades ago, in this city that I live and laugh and love. He's sad and yet he's proud. I'm here in New York's lost and found. I walk the streets my father walked decades ago. But the people, they will rise once again. Every color, creed, and background we will bend. As a people we'll rebound in New York City's lost and found. I feel the breeze of this oncoming train. As a people we'll rebound in New York City's lost and found. I feel the breeze of this oncoming train. Sinead.
Is it Quinn as well, Maria?
No, Cutliff. Cutliff is my name.
You're very welcome. So from a first-time joiner, thank you so much for that, Gary. To a returning singer, take it away when you're ready, Maria.
Yeah, tá mé hon a storm macrí a chana an ocht, mascan de Gaelga agus Berla. So, so go mé min on na focal galéir a cuimhnú. Bit low it say. A storm macrí when you're far away. Let me start again. A storm macrí when you're far away from the homes you will soon be leaving. 'Tis many a time by night and by day that your heart will be be sorely grieving. For the stranger's land may be bright and fair, rich in its colors golden, but you'll pine, I know, for days long, long ago. And the one who is never olden. A storm will cree in the stranger's land. There is plenty of wealth and wailing, where gems adorn the great and the grand. There are faces with hunger paling, when the road is tiresome and hard to tread, and the lights of their cities blind you. Oh, turn a store to Erin shore, and the one you left behind you. A storm will cree when the evening mist over mountain and sea is falling. Oh, turn a sore and you will list, and maybe you will hear me calling. For the sound of a voice you will surely miss, somebody speedily returning. Arun, Arun, won't you turn back soon to the one who will always love you. Sinead, good morning.
Super, Maria. Straight over to Donal. Carney, go ahead.
Thanks, Fergus.
I'm next, am I? I'm
No,
sorry you
sorry.
came out here. Oh, I'll sing a song, yeah.
No, just 1 second. I think we're going to pop over to the Zoom
Okay.
reverse first.
Thanks, Fergus.
Yeah.
So we've a few singers online here. We're going to go to San Diego, California. Pamela's going to take it away. Are you ready to go, Pamela?
I am. Can you hear me all right?
Nice. Over to you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for asking me, and thank you even more for being on Zoom so that I can be here. This is a song I got from the singing of Nora Cleary. May all good parents take a lesson still, ne'er deprive young lovers of their will, for once their hearts and their vows they give, they can ne'er recall them while they still live. There was a lord lived in our town, a wealthy lord of a high renown. He had one daughter, a fair beauty bright, and the name he called her was his heart's delight. There's many a lord that to court her came, but none of them could her favour gain, till there came a man of a low degree, and above them all sure she fancied he. Well, when her father came this to know, that his daughter loved this young man so, he sent her 50 long miles away, all to deprive her of her wedding day. One night as she lay in her room, her love appeared to her from out the gloom. He touched her hand and to her did say, "Arise, my darling, and come away." It's with this young man she got on behind, and they rode swifter than any wind. They rode an hour and a little more, till he said, "My darling, my head feels sore." It's a holland handkerchief she then drew out, and with it wound his aching head about. She kissed his lips, and to him did say, "My love, you're colder than any clay." They rode till they came to her father's gate. "Get down, my love, for the hour is late. Alight, my darling, and go to bed. I'll see this gallant horse is groomed and fed." As she walked into her father's hall, "Who's there, who's there?" her own father called. "Why, it's me, dear father, did you not send for me by such a messenger?" and naming he. "Oh no, that cannot be. Your words are false, and you lie to me. For on yonder mountain that young man died, and in yon green meadow low his body lies." Her father cursed and her father swore, the grey locks from his head he tore. He wrung his hands and he cried full sore, but his young daughter she cried 10 times more. The truth then came to this maiden brave, and in the morning she exposed his grave. She found her true love full 9 months dead, with a holland handkerchief around his head. Ginny.
Thank you very much, Paula. That was beautiful. We're going to go straight over to Shane in County Meath. To Seamus, apologies, over to Seamus.
No problem, Donald, thanks. So last Sunday was May the 12th, and on May the 12th in 1916, the last two of the leaders of the 1916 Rising were executed. That's Sean McDiarmid and James Connolly. So this is a song about May the 12th. On a dark May morn, just before the dawn, he lies silently on his bed. After a restful night has offered some respite from thoughts of what lies ahead, yet for all the pain he'd do it all the same if these days he had to replay. For without regret his course is set and leads here to the 12th of May. As his mind retreats into old memories, he is back in Troy once more, fighting day and night for workers' rights on the street and the factory floor. Then on to North Belfast, we're loyal to the last. The mill girls win the day, in spite of hypocrites in their high pulpits, who their disdain for the poor display. Then as workers meet down in Sackville Street, defying Dublin Castle's law, his friend Big Jim appears to rousing cheers that swell to a thundering roar. The dispossessed, so long repressed, finding hope on an August day, a new hope that would survive batons and blood and carry him to the 12th of May. On Easter Monday morn, he walks out through the door to his comrades formed up in line, with a backward glance through the green-clad ranks at the old hall for one last time, then into Abbey Street, knowing that defeat is assured in a few more days. But this sacrifice is a willing price he will pay on the 12th of May. On his final night, lilies at his side, his partner and best friend. It's been a full life, he tells his wife, and isn't this a good end? As his stretcher's raised, he holds her in his gaze, as the gods carry him away. Then strapped to a chair, he whispers one last prayer, as they take aim on the 12th of May. And he almost smiles as he sees the child splashing through the pouring rain. As a mother's voice calls out for her boys through the Cowgate's narrow lane, to her plaintive cry he utters in reply, I'll be home now straight away. And at a veiled sunrise, as a frail man dies, a legend's born on the 12th of May. James Connolly.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for writing that. Lovely writing work, Seamus. Can we go straight over to this table here and let's hear from Sean Faulkner, please.
Adieu, lovely Erin of sweet delectation, likewise to McGilligan, where I do dwell. The ship's sails are sounding for swift emigration. I must leave Gronye's heroes and daughters farewell. But how can I think for to leave this grand island, where love, peace, and friendship burns bright in each eye, where young men are merry and maids they are smiling, and sympathies flow in each bosom is high. Arctic Kelly I love with its glorious plantations, where the blackbirds and linnets stay, enchant every tree. And my heart sometimes leaps in mild palpitations when the thrushes in chorus sing sweet harmony. Where Flora's gay mantle bedecked these shady bowers, and on the green pastures the lambkins they do play, where once in my childhood I gathered wildflowers, and with my young sportsmates we chanced forth to stray. On a mild summer's evening, for sweet recreation, I chanced by the banks where the curly streams flow, where young men and maidens in sweet admiration encircled the verges where the primroses grow. The small trout and salmon in mild consternation in these pleasant waters they sport and they play, but are vanished these thoughts, for my heart with vexation is filled with the thoughts of sweet Hannah McKay. Sweet were the hours in love's conversation with this pleasant fair maid to take the fresh air, for she was the object of my adoration, my joy and my comfort, my pride and my care. And oft as I walked from her father's grand dwelling, I thought by the curly for life to reside, but my degree has exiled me to some foreign nation, which leaves some new lover for to make her his bride. At Drumacos Church, where we oft made our station, where Nora O'Donnell's fond heart bled with love, still Hannah stood out like the North's constellation, with countenance magnetic and mild as a dove. I earnestly wish for to make her relation, and fain by the curly that time would delay. but still it streams downwards. The murmuring flows telling that gone is the lover of sweet Hannah McKay. So 'tis farewell, Artie Kelly, where I was excited, and likewise to Newton, where the steam engines fly. If I would return, I might well be delighted with this charming fair maid to live and to die. But as I sail down Loch Foyle for Columbia's nation, I'll think on that bower where once I did stray, and I'll heave a great sigh for that grand habitation, when I think on that bonny lass, sweet Hannah McKay.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you so much, Sean. Colm, do you mind if we go back to our guest singer? It's a busy, busy night, so I'm afraid we're going to have to get funding and come back definitely after the summer, because there's people who haven't sung here, so including yourself. So absolute pleasure to welcome Roz back and take it away in your own time. And thank you so much to everyone for all the songs so far. It's been a really special evening, so thank you.
Will I sing 2 or 3, or what do you want me to sing? 2? All right. Oh, am I the last one, or is it?
Yeah, we'll finish off the night with yourself. So,
oh, right, okay.
Not
right.
the last song, if you do, if you.
I'll do a few, aye. Yeah. Right, let me think. Sure, I'll do a nice funny one from Monaghan. It's the town of Ballybay. Just, lighten the mood a wee bit. So yeah, I have a lot of our songs about women. Anyway, mad stories of they're good crack. Anyway, to figure it out. In the town of Ballybay there was a lassie dwelling. I knew her very well, and her story's worth the telling. Her father kept a still, he was a good distiller, but when it came to drink, sure the devil wouldn't fill her. Sure a ring-a-ding-a-da, a ring-a-ding-a-daddy-o, a ring-a-ding-a-da, a whack-a-full-da-daddy-o. She had a wooden leg, it was hollow down the middle. She used to tie a string and she'd play it like the fiddle. She'd fiddle in the hall, she'd fiddle in the alleyway. She wouldn't give a damn, she had to fiddle anyway. A ring-a-ding-a-da, a ring-a-ding-a-daddy-o, a ring-a-ding-a-da, a whack-a-full-da-daddy-o. She said she couldn't dance unless she had her wellies on, but when she had 'em on, she danced as well as anyone. She wouldn't go to bed unless she had her shimmy on, but when she had it on, she'd go as quick as anyone. A ring-a-ding-a-da, a ring-a-ding-a-daddy-o, a ring-a-ding-a-da, a whack-a-full-da-daddy-o. She had lovers by the door, Harry, Tom and Dick and Harry. She was courted night and day, but still she wouldn't marry. And then she fell in love with the fellow with the stammer, but he tried to run away, sure she hit him with the hammer. And a ring-a-ding-a-da, a ring-a-ding-a-daddy-o, a ring-a-ding-a-da, a whack-a-full-da-daddy-o. She led her sheltered life, eating porridge and black pudding. She forgot the most important bit. She had children by the door, she had children by the byre, another 10 or 12 sitting rotten by the fire. She fed 'em on potatoes and soup spitting with nettles and lumps of hairy bacon that she boiled up in the kettle. Sure a ring-a-ding-a-da, a ring-a-ding-a-daddy-o, a ring-a-ding-a-da, a whack full of daddy-o. She led a sheltered life, eating porridge and black pudding. She terrorised her man till he died right and sudden. And when the husband died, she was feeling very sorry, so she rolled him in the bag and she fucked him in the quarry. A ring-a-ding-a-da, a ring-a-ding-a-daddy-o, a ring-a-ding-a-da, a waka full of daddy-o, a ring-a-ding-a-da, a ring-a-ding-a-daddy-o, a ring-a-ding-a-da, a waka full of daddy-o. There you go. There's no badness in them, you know. I was thinking, oh, maybe will I? Sing a few more. How much time do you have? Just give me time. All right. Yeah. Sure, I'll go all right. I was gonna roll with the Mad Women songs, but they're good crack, so they're grand. You can sing along to this one, sure. Sing a few Askealig ones. She the wamo is she the wamo is she the wamo is she the wamo is she galakan arget. She the wamo ya values bori is kara she gosti avori kasharge. The vecka on stinger shit on ilis a rohi gal team plus here and a garni. Ah, she's thorn in ever the cool in you say she like galakan arget. Ah, she the wamo, she the wamo, she the wamo, she calacan arget. She the wamo, your valley is bori. Is courage, she goes, she avori kasharge. Mustn't the boss, calacan arget. Oh, tassanak boss, Tasharo Gustolis and Target. She the wamo, she the wamo, she the wamo, she galakan arget. She the wamo, your value is 40. It's courage, she goes to your body, kasharge. Scottish gabosa, Birch and Amalia Shaw. Oh, Scottish gabosa, Shawnee Miss Morgus, Murrican Casa. She the wamo, she the wamo, she the wamo, she galakan arget. She the wamo, your valley is 40. Is Cora, she goes, she your body, kasharge. There you go, Sinead. Since these are short ones, I'll sing a long one, if that's okay. Another Seamus O'Haney song. There's a story to it, and I'll probably make shite of it, but he explained it loosely. It's about a woman who, and I'll not do the long version, I'll do the short version, so don't worry. She's pining for this man called Thomas Costello, and he's a big fighter, he's a big man, and she goes home from this fight that he's after fighting, and she just falls ill, and she's on her deathbed basically. She's just so sick, and the doctor comes, and he hasn't a clue what's wrong with her, and the only thing he could diagnose her is she's lovesick over some fella, imagine. And so the father, reluctantly, because he's a poor man, Thomas comes in, and anyway, she's better. Just like that, no bother to her. She's out, and she's out and about, and then the father bans him from coming against, and she falls sick again or something, and then so he says, because to sort this whole thing out, he makes up a big pishog, which is a superstition in Irish. And he goes away. He's like, right, if I pass this Danog River, which is just over the road, if I pass this river, when I go out the door here now, and you don't call me back, then I'll never look back again. So convoluted. And so then he goes out the door, and he's ready to go, and he's like, fuck me, is there not? There's no talk of them coming back. Anyway. Just as soon as he reaches the other side of the river, he's like, she goes against her father's word, and she says, "Oh, come back, Thomas," or "I love you," and he's like, "Oh, past the river. What can I do now? Can't come back. can't even look back. So he goes on, and then she dies. Yeah, and then as you do, you know, yeah, great communication there. And then she comes back from the dead. So he swims the river of Danog to come visit her, and she comes back from the dead and gets his neck. And it's like, you could have come back for me if you wanted to. And he's like, I stay true to my word, and sure you didn't come back for me. And anyway, he's ridden with guilt and he dies. So there's a story about two Egypts who don't know how to have a relationship. So anyway, this is Una Van, and it's basically his lament for her when she's dying, when he swims across the Danog River. It's in Loch Mask. Where's that? I don't even know where that is. It's Mayo. Yeah, no, it's in North Mayo. Yeah, Gaeltacht song actually. Yeah. So there you go. Right. Oh, Marajai gatule forum astalvana via Rio gone locked. Omni hoko me on Taurus ago bragaganot. Nagarino Nagaqueen Loror Ervoward in the Bon Reno Nagbakar Shachwin Kyoel Egol Roam Samborino Molen Deutsche Sneer Posse Let the go growl Don't know snack the show erlar si regla fuel Agasol vogron sniak mena tervi Olofe kangivro Skivare anto gonshen En foging na won Esi I'll riva the noigen Esa non Na curtain to her mid it's Oh, no one knock to a horror escape mogil. Oh, Kura Gosalubin Castea mogil. Narvar lomgan ve asule na kuakai lorio. Garmin Maggie. but maybe 2. I don't know. What's good? I'll do one the guitar now. Electrocuted you. It's just like technology. Technical gremlins. Geez, I could do. I'll do it's an old Methodist hymn by Charles Wesley, written in the mid 1700s, and it's kind of all about how it's actually when he sees a corpse at a funeral, and he looks at how beautiful he is and how serene, and how it must be great to see the other side, basically. And it's basically about celebrating death and how we shouldn't really dread it so much. It's called "O Lovely Appearance of Death." Oh, lovely appearance of death, no sight upon earth is so fair, not all the gay pageants that breathe can with the dead body compare. In solemn delight I survey a corpse when the spirit has fled, in love with the beautiful clay, and longing to lie in its stead. How blessed is our brother bereft of all that could burden his mind. How easy the soul that has left this wearisome body behind, of evil incapable life, whose relics in envy I see, no longer in misery now, no longer a sinner like me. This earth is afflicted no more with anger or shaken with pain. The war in the members is o'er, and never shall vex them again. What now with my tears I bid do? Oh, I might this moment become my spirit created anew, my flesh be consigned to the tomb. To mourn and to suffer is mine, while bound to this prison I breathe, and still for deliverance pine, and press to the issues of death. What now with my tears I bid do? Oh, I might this moment become my spirit created anew, my flesh be consigned to the tomb. Right?
Get everyone singing to end.
Yeah, should we do that? We've Gráinne Mhaol here as well. If you want to sing the verses along with me, that'd be great. Huh? What? Yeah.
They're all doing it.
Yeah.
This will be our last song. Thanks so much for coming out, everybody. Absolutely special night.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, hit it. Oh, Roche the Bahawaya. Oh, Roche the Bahawaya. Oh, Roche the Bahawaya. Anishar Hakam Tauri. She the Bahawan Balamor. Dobir Greg Kube in Neven the Giha Bragishi Merlon. Is the Jill the Lashna Garden? Oh, shit about how wild, oh, shit about how wild, oh, shit about how wild. And it's sure up and Tauri, the grown away like Jack Thursall, yeah, ugly Armalay, Magarda, Dilid Finn is the frankness funny. Is Corey Shirriger Galib, lovely. Oh, shit about how wild, yeah, oh, shit about how wild, yeah, oh, shit about how wild, and it's sure up them Tauri. A wheelery na varka vecum, morum wimbio in the ach shocked in the groan away lagus vila giskog. Egg fogers van der galus. Oh, roche the baho wile, oh, roche the baho wile, oh, roche the baho wile. And it's sure Hakam Tauri reach. Oh, Roche the Bahawaya. Oh, Roche the Bahawaya. Oh, Roche the Bahawaya. And it's sure Hakam Tauri. Yo, very good.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks for coming out, everybody. Hopefully we'll see you, and we will indeed see you in September. So spread the good word, and thank you for everybody. Sean, Matthews, Maria, Gary Quinn, Pamela, Quilta, or Kilcha, if you're from where he's from, Catherine, Jerry Cullen, Seamus, Rita, Gavin, Pamela, and behind the scenes, Lauren, Niall, Ollo on sound, Ian had taken care of everybody, Shane and Paul hidden away somewhere, pulling buttons and making everything work with the cameras and sound. Big round of applause for Roz and everybody here. So Ihawa from the Seamus Ennis Arts Centre, thank you so much. Thank you.